think being an American is a great thing.
Yeah.
We have rights here that you can't get anywhere else.
What do you think the founding fathers of America established such a moral code? Like the laws that we practice and exercise today, what do you think they got it from? Oh, they got it from the Bible. Welcome back to another reaction video that we're going to be watching on the channel. Today, we're going to be reacting to something I guess that you would deem controversial. Should the Ten Commandments be displayed in public school? There's a TV show called The View, which is a bunch of women kind of discussing on this topic and they give their perspectives. So we're going to listen in, and I want you guys to also listen in, and we're going to kind of assess this situation.
And it just seemed ironic that he's broken every law of every commandment, and they think he's the one to vote for. What is the matter with everybody?
I don't know, but I don't know. And this is, this bothers me to no end.
Yeah. Because
I grew up, and you were allowed to believe how you believed. It wasn't really stuff you discussed with other people. You had your beliefs. You had your religious thing, and if you weren't religious, nobody knew. But what I don't like, what I'm really starting to really get aggravated, and I have to watch my language, because I think being an American is a great thing.
Yeah.
We have rights here that you can't get anywhere else. But I don't understand why. You're telling me you're concerned about children learning things. One of the things that you don't seem to understand is I have the same respect for my child that I have for yours. Mm-hmm. I'm not asking you to believe what I believe. I'm not asking your kid to believe what I believe. Public school is public school.
Yeah.
It means everybody can go to public school. I don't understand why, if you want your child to have a religious education, send them to a religious school.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you. Get out of my pocket, get out of my body, and get out of my school. I don't understand. And I want to be really clear. I don't have a problem with religion. You know where I was a couple of days ago.
The Pope.
I was with the with another guy who's, I listen. But I don't understand why I can't have my thought process, my child, my family, why we can't decide for ourselves. Why are you pushing this on women? Why are you pushing it on anybody? It is the
Power.
thing that is
power.
But power over what?
Over women.
Or messaging.
And other people.
Child.
Yeah.
Y'all are playing a dangerous game with this.
Yeah.
Very dangerous game.
Whoopi Goldberg's playing a dangerous game by not bringing children back to God. That's playing a dangerous game. And that ginger hair lady talking about how the Ten Commandments exert power over women. Like that's like some type of patriarchal system that the Bible conducts. What? How does the Ten Commandments? I'm gonna put it up somewhere around this line, like the Ten Commandments, like part of it, but pretty much the whole thing. How does the Ten Commandments hurt women or assert power over women? By anything, it protects women. Because I'll name three of them: thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, which means cheat on your spouse, and thou shalt not bear false witness and lie and steal. Like, what is wrong with teaching these kids a humble life or a good moral code? I think you should be morally obligated to teach the Ten Commandments. Regardless, take out the religious bias. Follow it word for word what it says. This is what helps children lead to a better path. And the thing that is also frustrating too with me, I guess, is Whoopi Goldberg saying that she's aggravated, that like basically almost like imposing this on her. All they really did in Louisiana was just have it on display. Nothing crazy. It's not forcing it down your throat. She goes so hard for the Bible, right? Or the Ten Commandments, going imposing in your free will, get out of my body, get out of my pockets. But she doesn't feel the same way about drag queens teaching young kids in elementary schools about homosexuality, leaving these kids like deranged and confused, looking at some type of weirdo and dress up, which it doesn't make sense to me. Like how she says she's so aggravated and she's feeling it's being imposed. If anything, the LGBTQ community is imposed on everyone. It's like almost everywhere I go, there's a pride flag everywhere, even in movies, TV shows, schools, education. There's even a book where they teach you about sexuality, where it talks about a penis being erect and having some type of climax. Like, why are we teaching these to kids? Like, if her main focus is say she has respect for children, then she should have respect for them to lead a righteous life. If she wants to have the same logic, if she wants to be consistent with her logic, the same way that the LGBT community is teaching this in public schools, they can teach it in their own school. Even though I think they should have teach it in general because it's literally immoral and evil. But regardless of the fact, if we're gonna play with her logic, then the same applies. Why are you going so hard for something that's actually good and beneficial? Then she talks about this is America. What do you think the founding fathers of America established such a moral code? Like the laws that we practice and exercise today, what do you think they got it from? Oh, they got it from the Bible. I have literally a Bible verse that talks about what's going on exactly today. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's the times that we're living in. What we know is to be good is become evil now, and what is evil has become good. Unfortunately, we live in that society, and it sucks because you can see how it's affecting the children. Children are more confused than ever. Unfortunately, we live in America towards more of a secular state because we have fallen away from God. And what happens when you fall away from God? Everything becomes subjective. Everything's a taste. Everything is whatever feels good to be right. I know what's best for me. All those women, all those woke, emotional, wrecked women on that TV show have hardened the hearts from the Lord. And they're going through something that's deep inside that's basically dismantling and tarnishing their soul. And they need redemption. They need salvation. But of course, if you have pride and an ego, you think you know what's best for yourself. So you become more distant to God. And it's sad that we live in such a world. You know what I mean? It's funny how Christianity always gets mocked, and it talks about in the Bible, it prophesies this is bound to happen. Christianity gets so much hate and blasphemy. They even made a Bible called the Queen James Bible, where they say homosexuality is a sin. Basically tarnishing the Bible and blaspheming God's word. But no, we live in a cultural acceptance. We can accept homosexuality. We can teach kids about embracing the intersexuality, something that they don't even know. If you are a parent watching this, or if you were inspired to become a parent one day, what would you have your child learn? Would it be the 10 Commandments, teaching you how to live a righteous pathway, about how not to steal, kill, and other things? Or would you rather have a drag queen come to your elementary school and teach your son how to wear a dress? I think you know the obvious answer. This is a matter of fighting evil, because what's good is now being switched and reversed into something that should never been in place from the get-go. You say you're a Christian, you need to call these things out, because our mission in this society, especially in the modern living that we are right now, is to save sinners' souls. I know it may sound scary to tell someone straight up. We're not insulting them and bullying them, but we're coming from a place of love, coming from the heart, telling them that you don't have to live in eternal damnation, that you can have a better life, that Jesus can give you salvation, that he can wash you clean with his blood because it's the holiest thing known to existence. Stop being a coward. Stop sleepwalking. It's time to wake up, reconcile with our beliefs, and preach the gospel to people who need the saving, who need the medicine. Jesus is the doctor. His truth is the medicine. Give it to people. Heal people. If you're for the first time, please subscribe. Follow all my socials in the link down below in the description. Like, comment. But I hope you enjoyed this. As for that, I'm going to see you in the next one.